Welcome back, friends.
Welcome back.
Episode 39.
Just after the long weekend.
Happy Victoria Day.
Yeah, happy Victoria Day. It is Monday.
And it is actually Victoria Day. Very rarely happens.
Actually?
Today is, the 24th is Victoria Day. And the holiday actually fell on
I always forget about this weekend.
It's a weird one.
I'm the 19th was like whatever. And then I always forget it's like that weekend. There's times where I'm like, oh no, it's like the 26th weekend, which is like 2 weekends after. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Can't be after the 24th.
Yeah. Well, you learn something new every day.
There you go. We are back at you with a brand new review system.
Yeah.
And a brand new bottle.
So you may see some overlap on some bottles. 'Cause I wouldn't mind going back periodically.
I was going to suggest the same thing.
And re-rate some of the whiskeys, because now we actually have a system.
We have
rather than throwing it off the top of the head.
Patented 2-season-a-pod system.
Oh, man. But yeah, so just to give everybody the rundown, so we will be doing what we're calling the Virgin, which
just
is
the first sip.
First sip, nothing put in it, no drops of water, no ice, just straight. So the first sip there, we got smell, flavor, smoothness, and then finish. So again, we like ice in ours. So what's it at the end of the first glass? What's it taste like?
Yeah. And if you're wondering how we're going to come to an overall, just tally them up, divide the old average score.
Yeah.
A little ASMR for you guys.
Oh, baby. It's been a while since we opened a bottle.
It has been. Usually
it's like every week.
Into half cracked ones. Like D-gens.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm nervous.
Well, are you? This is our first scotch on the podcast. Oh, baby. And I have a DD today. Let's go. Getting hammered.
Yep. Parental advision.
Chris is already hammered.
Already hammered. When you have a baby, you're hammered all the time.
Yeah.
Your brain don't work.
Have you not been sleeping lately?
Sleep's been limited for sure.
Yeah.
But that's to be expected. He's
100%.
3 weeks old today. Happy birthday, my son.
Happy birthday, 3 weeks, baby.
It
smells good, but it smells like it's gonna burn.
Smells good, but it smells scary.
Yeah.
I'm so nervous.
Does smell good.
So yeah, just for those tuning in, this is going to be a whiskey heavy episode just because we're excited about the new process. So
cheers.
Bear with us. Cheers, man. Wow.
Smooth?
Yeah.
Bit of a burn. That's smooth though. Smells good. I'm gonna for smell, I'm going 7-1. I gotta go 7-1 on the smooth.
Going in right away with the reviews, eh?
The smell, I have to. It's right there. The only thing that threw me off on the smell was like at the end of the sniff, it burned the old nostrils.
Burns the nostrils, as Ron Burgundy would say.
Yeah. That first sip was good though.
There's nothing wrong with that, even a little bit.
No, the first sip was really good. Smooth. I kind of wish it had a little more flavor though.
7.3.
You're going 7.3 on the Virgin?
The smell.
Oh, on smell.
Yep.
Okay.
7.3 for smell for me.
I had to go 7.7.
It's a pretty clean smelling. There's not a whole lot.
No. Again, the thing that brought it down a little bit for me was just like that nostril burn.
I didn't quite get that, but it has a touch of an alcohol-y smell, but for the most part, it's pretty pedestrian. The smell.
I'm going 7.7 on the Virgin. No ice, no water. I may just drink it like this.
Your first impression, 7.7?
Yeah.
No, mine's a little higher. My first impression on this is an 8.1.
Really? Eh?
Yeah, it was
just a little.
It was clean.
Have another one.
All right. CJ's like,
have another one.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to stand by my 7.7. A little different?
8.3.
Okay.
It's better.
Okay, it's better. I like it.
It's better than I remember.
Yeah.
I think it's...
I'm not a Scotch. Well, maybe I am a Scotch drinker now. I was talking to a buddy, and I'm like, it's crazy how like times changed. I used to not be able to drink hard liquor, like shots, whatever. I'm getting them down.
Yeah.
You, not so much.
No.
But it was always like mixed drinks or shots. I could never like pour a glass. And I brought it up because we were at the cottage for his 40th birthday years ago. Well, I shouldn't say years. It was probably like 3 years ago.
40th birthday 40 years ago.
Yeah. But, and we all had a glass of scotch. And I had the hardest time drinking it. I just like couldn't get it down.
Did you have ice and stuff in it too?
No, I didn't want to be a bitch. I think I threw ice in it near the end.
Just to like.
But everybody, and like I didn't know what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was drinking it neat. So I'm like, whatever, fuck it. I'll do the same. And just couldn't get it down. And finally, now here we are.
You're
almost a year in,
and giving it high 7s in the rating.
Yeah,
tool.
yeah, and I can actually drink it, and I like it.
It is funny how things can come full circle. I was telling a friend of ours just the other day about our good buddy Rob, his roommate, the first time from university, the first time that he saw me do a shot.
Yeah,
we were like 19. Maybe no, we were 18 because we were drinking at the neighborhood bar.
Yeah, yeah,
and we weren't of age.
Yeah,
and we did a shot of Jaeger. And for those at home that don't know, I used to do. Anytime I had to do a shot of something, and I hated doing them, but when you're young, your friends always tell you to do it.
Yeah.
I used to do mine beside a sink because 8 out of 10 times it was coming back up.
Yeah.
Almost immediately. Or it was like, if I could get it down, I got to hang around because it might come back up in a minute or two.
Yeah.
And my face would be just horrific to watch. And so we did this shot, and he'd never seen me do one before. And he like fell to the floor laughing. He's like, "Was that serious?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, and Rob was so used to watching.
Yeah, Rob didn't.
He didn't even blink.
Flinch.
He's like, he thought that we were fucking with him the way it happened. I was like, it was rough to watch. It was like watching a kid drink like Buckley's cough syrup.
Oh, that shit's the worst.
But like the way he twisted and contort, that's how I used to get it
know.
down.
I know. I've been there.
Yeah.
My brother still brings up.
And then again, here we are.
When we were drinking in the basement. And I guess it was like one of the first times like everybody was at the house, like my friends.
Yeah.
And we were doing shots at the beer pong table.
Okay.
And you and my brother were across the table from each other. And you're like, I'm probably going to throw up. And Mike's
I've
like,
told people that every time.
Mike's like, don't throw up, because if you throw up, I'm going to throw up. And sure enough, Chris gagged so hard, it made my brother throw up. He threw up in the laundry room sink.
Oh my God.
I fucking laughed.
See, this is how often that happened for me. I don't even really remember that one.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a regular run of the mill.
That was just a regular day.
Every time someone told me to do a shot, I'm like, I'm going to throw up. They're like, no, just do it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to throw up. And then when I would like react horribly to it, they're like, I thought you were just fucking around. Like, I told you how this was going to go. I wasn't lying to you. I was being fully honest.
It's like the foam pukes from too much beer.
Yeah, foam puking was a thing for me as well. For those at home.
So I used to make fun of you all the time for it.
Yeah.
In later years, I don't really drink beer anymore, but if I drink a lot of it, I can almost feel it. Like it's like, now I know. Now I understand what Chris went through. Just Chris has always came up somehow.
It would be like sometimes if I like felt a burp and I felt a move, I would just let it go.
Just let it howl
because it would like release.
Yeah.
So again, people that don't know what we're talking about and how fucking disgusting and shitty I am, I would. Again, back like, why is this guy even fucking drinking right now?
Yeah,
good
probably
question.
shouldn't be.
Yeah, probably shouldn't.
He's an alcoholic.
Yeah, I am reformed.
Yeah.
So I used to drink when we would drink a ton of beer, and again, you're younger, you drink 80 a minute, and I would feel the foam. Like my stomach would just get so bloated.
Yeah,
and I would call it a foam puke because I would drink so much, and I was never to the point where I felt like I was. Like I could do it after 2 beers. Like I could be totally sober and do it. I just had this like stomach full of foam, and if I burped or like if I was coughing, I just would let it literally
come out.
It would just foam would come out.
Yeah, it was just foam. It was nothing else. Like there was no.
It was
food,
almost like a parlor trick.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like I remember it'd be when we like walk to a bar.
Yeah. That would get the juices stirring. Yeah. Everything would be slishing and sloshing.
And the carbonation would even foam up in the stomach or whatever.
That was also...
I don't think that's how it works, but...
Also, when you do drink beer... No, that's exactly how it works. I'm sure that's how it works. But back to the carbonation thing. When you... so I watched a video of a beer sommelier on YouTube a couple years back, and it fucking changed my life.
Really, eh?
Yeah, because he said... He was like pouring a beer, and I think he had a can as well. And he recommended just dump it out as aggressively as possible. And if it has 3/4 of it is foam, let it be foam because it'll settle down to beer. And when it's bottled or canned, there's 3 or 4 times the amount of carbonation needed for the actual beer that's in there. So if
when you pour it
from
out?
when you crack it.
Okay.
So if you just drink out of the bottle or can, you're getting 3 or 4 times more carbonation in your stomach.
Shit.
And so what he did is he's like always give it a rigorous pour. Let there be lots of foam. Some people like to pour it and like try to keep no foam. He's like, that's bad because you want to get the excess carbonation out. You're not going to make the beer go flat. The beer is going to be at the carbonation level it's supposed to be.
Right.
And then the way that he also showed it is he took a can of I think he put like a piece of bread in a cup.
Okay.
And poured his already decarbonated beer over that, and it didn't fizz up. And then he poured a regular beer that just straight from the bottle out of that, and it just like foamed up everywhere on this bread. And he's like, that's shit in your stomach. So if you've eaten something, whatever, all that extra carbonation hits your stomach and just expands and bloats, and that's why you feel like shit.
Holy fuck.
So ever since I watched that, when I can, I mean, now occasionally I like a good bottle of beer, like a Corona or something like that, but I'm not drinking 100 like we used to.
Yeah.
I will pour my beer out into a can. Or a glass, sorry.
Yeah.
Almost exclusively.
Yeah, because I've noticed
because
like the last few times we've had beers together, you normally fucking boom.
Yeah, and people laugh at you.
There.
Yeah, people laugh at you. I dump it in as hard as possible, but it's based on the scientists. Yeah.
That's good to know.
I'll show you the video after.
Next time I fucking drink beer.
We'll link the video in the description. I'll send it.
Yeah,
because it actually changed my life. And I told other people about it. And then once you watch it and you go through, you're like, oh, fuck, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
And I noticed a huge difference.
All right, you want to continue this rating here?
I do, yeah.
I think I'm going to throw ice in mine. It's fucking warm.
I'm just going to finish this last sip.
Are you?
Yeah.
Like I probably should have, but I'm just going 2 cubes.
It's your show.
You're not wrong. Do a little mix. Okay.
That is
okay, that changed everything.
Did it? Should I wait until I have ice in it? Because I feel like I can judge this thing right now.
I probably should have.
What do you mean?
I think drinking it neat tastes better.
Well, yeah, I think like this is amazing.
The ice I think ruined my glass.
Really?
Yeah. Try it. Try it.
Yeah, it's worse.
Yeah. Now I got to finish it.
It's like boring.
Yeah.
There's just nothing going on.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to throw that out the window.
Okay,
and not have that in my rating.
I'm pretty sure I can rate a couple of these right now.
Yeah, do it. I could probably finish mine as well.
Flavor is I actually was expecting more.
Same.
Especially from a Scotch and Glenlivet. Now, admittedly out there, I have drank Scotch in the past. Some before when I didn't like it, some now that I do like it. Most Scotches I'm used to have like that smoky, peaty flavor, so I was expecting that. Glenlivet obviously doesn't have that, so it's more like a middle of the road flavor.
Can I throw this out to you?
Yeah.
Now I know we drink a lot of whiskey, and I know like Irish whiskey and has a lot of flavor. Now is Scotch on the same line? I haven't dove into the Scotch.
I see. Again, I'm much more of a bourbon and whiskey drinker than I am a Scotch drinker.
And I feel like they have,
so everyone listening and ourselves included, we're all in this together.
Disclaimer.
No, but we're going through it, right?
Yeah. I just I don't know. As a Scot, like in the back of my head, I feel like Scotches are less harsh on the flavoring. I could be, again, completely wrong.
I mean, you might be right. That could be down to the fact that it's been aged 12 years. Single malt. It's not a blend.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. I just didn't.
Yeah. I personally don't know.
Okay.
But I do find, like, I don't know if they're supposed to have more or less flavor.
Yeah.
I find this has generally less flavor.
It does.
Yeah. Like
there's still some there, but it's not as prominent. What are you going?
I'm going to give it a 7.6.
Wow. Still a little high.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Because it doesn't have just to explain my score here.
Yeah,
it doesn't have bad flavor.
No.
It's just like
there.
It's just perfectly.
It's not bold.
Not bold. There's not a ton of action.
Yeah,
but this is like just generally stating. Just I know people are going to get confused because we're breaking this down into different levels now, and then there's going to be an overall based off of what we did.
Yeah,
just flat out, generally speaking, this is a really good fucking drink.
Yeah.
Like straight up.
Oh, I'll have it again.
This is just delicious.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you can get the 12-year pretty much at any restaurant. Bar.
Yeah, most Glenlivet is stocked in probably every bar in the world.
Yeah.
To some capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So flavor, I guess 7.6 is high, but it's not.
No.
Like,
I don't want to throw your rating off.
No, you're not. I'm just trying to
yeah.
rationalize it, because if this was like a blend, the flavor would be even lower for me, because a blend is just like it's like stealing other shit. It's mixed, matched.
Yeah.
And it like that Japanese blend whiskey we had.
Yeah, not a fan.
Like that flavor wise, there was nothing going on.
Yeah, there was nothing there.
There's something going on here.
Yeah.
It's so 7.6.
I will say I just took another sip. Those of you watching saw that second sip with the ice was a lot better.
Yeah.
Was a lot better.
Okay.
Now I know when you put ice in it or water, it dilutes it. The alcohol separates, goes to the top, so that first sip, sometimes even second sip, it's like pure alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what I had. But that second sip I had was a lot better.
I'm gonna give myself a little bit more. Can you run through one?
Yeah. So I'm gonna. I'm not a big fan of the flavor on this one. It's good. It's not fantastic. I did taste more alcohol than I probably would have liked.
Okay.
I gotta go 6.6 on the flavor. It was there. It just, if you had been listening for a while now, the Gibson Bold, where it had a ton of flavor in it, it was, again, bold, like the label says.
Mm-hmm.
I think that suits my palate a little more than kind of the lighter whiskeys that
I would agree
are less harsh.
My preference is like something that's like, whew.
Yeah, it's got a little something there.
Because some people, when they go like, whew, it's like bad. But I'm like,
for us, that's what we want.
After that,
so I got to go 6.6 on the flavor. Smoothness, I got to go 8.9.
I was gonna say it's about
high.
as smooth as anything gets.
It's as high as you're gonna get.
Yeah.
I do want to finish my first glass before I do the finish, just because I did put the ice in it.
So I think you and I rate smoothness, flavor, and finish differently, because I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I count the alcohol-y taste more as like a finishing, as opposed to like an initial taste. Just preference wise.
You know what? We could put that like, so this is.
But I'm cool keeping it how you like to do it and how I like to do it. It's interesting as we're going through it, because you're explaining things that I'm noticing as well.
Yeah.
But I'm not exactly putting them under that category.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Which is interesting. I like that.
So your finish is more like after your sip.
Yeah, it's sort of like
of it.
First taste. I don't really note that as it's sort of moving its way back through.
Okay.
Swallowing. Then you kind of get like more of the alcohol.
Okay.
That's when your burns and stuff start to come up, for me anyway.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Each to their own. That's why my flavor is a little higher, because I didn't quite get the
as much alcohol as I did.
Flavor for me is almost like the initial when it hits you.
Sure.
That's just my preference, or just how I view it.
Yeah.
But I'm with you on smoothness. I think I'm gonna copy you.
8.9.
8.9.
Yeah, it's really smooth.
For those at home, it's a
great
like I said,
bottle.
This is about as good a drink as you can get anywhere. Ever.
So if you do follow the social media post, there will be a price.
And if you don't, start.
Yeah, there will be a price thing there. Yeah, so like it'll be like $1 sign is like a cheaper bottle, 2 kind of mid, 3's a little higher, and then 4's like if we get a fucking bottle that's insanely.
I mean, just for most of the shit we're drinking, this is pretty close to the top end of the market, I would think.
Yeah.
Well, this is
I don't know what it was, because we just had it at the house, and
CJ
nobody was
had
drinking.
This sitting in his garage for God knows how long.
Yeah.
This expensive bottle. I tried to pull it up on the LCBO app.
Yeah.
When I scanned the barcode, this is a 40, by the way.
Okay.
But it's listed as a liter.
Right.
1,000 mils, and that's E. So I'm pretty sure this actually came from Scotland or Britain.
Well, thanks to whoever.
Yeah, this came from Europe, but just sort of me looking up here, this bottle is anywhere between $60 and $70, $65 and $70
for the liter, or for a 2.6?
For a 2.6. So this is probably like $100 bottle, but it's a 40. So
we gotta
that skews the price.
Yeah.
So for a 2.6 of this, you're probably $70.
Okay. I just wanted to Like if you do see the social media posts,
And I think it's important to let people know like how much it costs as well.
100%.
Just because like, hey, this is a $70 bottle.
Yeah.
And it tastes like a $70 bottle. It's nice.
It does. It is real nice. So to go off your finish. So my thoughts with the finish, I do like how you're doing the finish out like after your sip, the finish of it, right? Mm-hmm. That's how you're doing it?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay. I know we throw ice in ours, and this is where I saw the finish going. Like, you know, when sometimes you finish a glass and it's hard to drink that last sip?
I got it.
Because we put the ice in it.
But isn't that more our fault than the drink's fault?
True. That's why I'm kind of going back towards yours a little bit more. But I think it's also necessary like to kind of throw in both. Like to do a combination of yours and mine.
Sure, yeah.
Because again, like when I finish this last sip, if it's awful, I can't totally drop the rating down on it because I do think this should be drank with nothing in it.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect.
I really do as well.
And I kind of ruined my glass by
This is how they used to drink this shit in the 1800s, and no wonder that was when they didn't have ice, so they drank it by the gallon. I'm going to do my last little sip here just to get my finish.
Yep. It wasn't terrible with the ice, but you lose a lot of the flavor. It does cut down the alcohol burn and kind of flavor in general, but it also numbs the actual flavor of the whiskey at the same time. So it just gets really boring with the ice. My preference would be, or my recommendation, drink it no ice.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a drop of water.
Yeah, if you want to do it like a Scotch connoisseur.
Yeah, maybe just do drops of water, but I wouldn't go ice.
Not with this. This is too good. And I think we're drinking exactly how it was designed anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there was people before that know more about whiskeys and stuff like that are probably bitching at us about putting ice in it anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we didn't go total sacrilege with this
I also may have converted myself that first episode back that we drank whiskey online when we did our last online podcast.
Okay.
And I drank mine.
Yeah.
No ice the entire time. I might have just ruined everything for me. And that might just be the way I drink whiskey from now on.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes you just got to dive into the deep end, right?
Let's go off the fucking rails. I don't. When I finish this, like first sip, basically start to finish. Pardon the pun with the finish because I'm trying to rate that. It's pretty close to perfect for me.
Yeah.
I don't get a burn, really. I don't get much of an overwhelming alcohol taste. That's why my flavor is low. It probably should be a little lower, but I'm fine with 7.6. There's not a ton for something that doesn't have a ton going on, it's really fucking good.
Yeah.
You know, if that makes any sense.
It's really good.
It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
Yeah, my finish is going to be probably pretty high.
Okay.
I think it's a 7.9.
Okay.
Because again, I don't find much wrong with it.
Yeah.
It starts to finish.
It's really good.
I think so. Yeah.
Grab another drink here. Get back on the neat train.
Yeah, throw another neat in there and let me know what you're thinking. Because I'm curious if you're thinking the same thing I am.
I will be honest. I was nervous bringing the bottle of scotch in. Like, I'm like,
nervous you weren't gonna like it?
Yeah, that I'm gonna fucking hate it. But you said the same thing I did off air, that since we've started drinking so much whiskey and we've grown a tasting to it, why wouldn't you like scotch?
Yeah. It seems like a natural. Rye. It seems like a natural progression to me.
We thought we hated rye.
Exactly.
We've had 2 ryes, or if not more.
I don't think there's a thing that we've had on this that we really haven't liked.
The Japanese whiskey.
Yeah, but I mean, look, we were expecting to like that though.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, but
I had high hopes.
The reason we didn't like it was based on like it was a blend. It was lacking flavor.
Yeah.
But as far as like what the product was, which was a whiskey, I don't think there was any question and we weren't going to like it.
No.
What I would like to maybe try for next week is like a tequila.
Okay.
Go like a little outside the whiskey, bourbon, Scotch realm.
I almost brought a bottle of rum.
I'm excited to do that too because
Yeah.
rum is really fucking good,
It is.
and we can go white and dark.
Oh man,
There's a lot of
possibilities
things.
are endless. And one thing I'm gonna stop doing is trying to like go the day of the podcast to the LCBO, and
Same.
maybe like on the Monday following up to the weekend when we usually record it, go on to the LCBO and see if we can get a nice bottle that isn't carried in store, but through the LCBO and order it.
Sure.
And either have it shipped to the store around the corner or to the house. And because that just opens up even more, because you can do special orders and get stuff that isn't always stocked.
Yeah, we're limited to, again, I know we have people that listen outside of the country.
Yeah.
How it happens here is we are restricted to government-run liquor stores.
Yeah.
And they have gradings of those stores based on where you live, based on what products are bought and sold. So my whiskey shelf looks different than his whiskey shelf, and we live very close to each other. We live 20 minutes apart.
20 minutes.
And basically the same demographic of people.
Yeah.
And you have 3 LCBOs in your town, which probably all have 3 very different looking whiskey shelves as well, on top of that.
Yeah, sometimes you can find stuff, and
yeah,
the one around the corner is like, sometimes it's hard just to get your generic shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, same here. Like last summer I was having really good success with like some bourbons and stuff like that, like shit that, and now it's off the shelf and it's disappeared in the atmosphere.
Buffalo Trace.
I was drinking that a lot last summer. We haven't rated it on the podcast.
We haven't?
I had it in the house all last summer.
I know it's hard to find right now because I feel like it blew up over the past like 6 months.
Mm-hmm. Might have, yeah.
Just I think everybody kind of realized how good it actually was.
There was an American project manager when I was working at the hospital, and that's all he drinks. He's from the Chicago area.
Yeah.
And he drove out to Buffalo Trace Distillery. I think it's in Tennessee. Or no, Kentucky. He drove out there this summer and did the whole tour and
did he say it was fucking
up.
jammed though? I've heard people going there and like you can't even get a bottle from them.
I haven't heard that. I think he was okay. I think with COVID,
maybe
in the summertime,
he went before.
Maybe you have to make reservations so there's less people going in. I don't know, but he was over the moon and he drinks this shit by the fucking gallon. But he can get it easily down there.
Yeah.
Like even our buddy out west, Zach, who's been on the show, he gets shit out there that you can get in the States that you can't get here. Just because they don't have a government-run control liquor board.
Yeah.
Where then now you get into funny business of people lining certain pockets to get their product on the shelves.
Yeah, they pay more so that they stock the shelves more.
Exactly, right.
Have a bigger section.
Yeah.
What was the whiskey that we had out there?
Granddad's bourbon, I believe.
That's what it was? I knew it was Granddad or
I'm pretty sure it was like Granddad's bourbon or something. It was good.
Yeah, it was.
It was deadly.
All right, so let me
just peek over at your source. Keep talking.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm
tell me your finish.
I'm doing
I don't
my
think you
finish
actually
at 7.2, and I'm just getting like even after just pouring that new glass, I'm getting a lot of that alcohol burn and kind of taste at the end of the whiskey. So my overall rating was a 7.6. And I think that is perfect for what the whiskey is.
Yeah, mine actually came out to an 8.0.
Perfect.
Flat.
I think that's where we rated it. I think that's exactly where the bottle should be.
And just generally, like if I was gonna like, this is like an A+ for me. Like really, like just off everything off. This is really fucking
first good. Scotch I've actually sat down and drank and enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely buy it again for sure.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah. So new whiskey ratings.
Yeah.
Heard it here first.
So again, 5 categories, averaged out.
Don't add us.
Overall score. Don't add us. At CJ. CJ was you were 7.6, I was 8.0.
7.6, yeah.
And that's how she fucking rolls.
That's how she rolls.
Glenlivet single malt 12-year.
Remind me
about as good as anything gets, really.
Yeah, I got to write down yours so I have them when I go home.
Yeah, I'll let you know after.
Yeah, for sure. Buddy, how's your week been?
It's been a little hectic.
Has it?
Yeah, my little guy, he has this acid reflux thing.
Oh, nice.
and it's a nightmare.
Poor guy.
Yeah, so he's on a medication now. Every person we talk to has dealt with one of their kids has had it. It's extremely common.
Yeah.
They're like the bottom of their stomach isn't like fully developed, so it doesn't close properly.
Right.
So all babies have it to a certain extent, some worse than others.
Right.
His is obviously quite bad. Like he was in a lot of discomfort. He wasn't sleeping, therefore we weren't sleeping.
Yeah.
So we were lucky enough to get recommended to a pediatrician pretty quickly, and he's on some medication, and it's definitely helped. He's
better. Getting better.
He's back to sort of where he was, because on the first week he was on a good path, and then he went down. We're like, what?
Took a dive, just like the fucking Bitcoin.
Yeah,
just like crypto.
CJ's mad. So our week was a little hectic with that, but he's sort of come around now. So.
That's good.
And yeah, just being a parent. It's I mean, it's really exciting and fun.
Yeah.
We are like so into like the early days of this. Like I don't even think I qualify as a parent right now. Like
yeah.
we're just
it's so early.
We're just getting by.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's wild, man. Yeah.
I can only imagine.
How about you? Your wife got the fucking double jab?
Yeah, she got her second shot. She was kind of sick the day after.
Did she feel shitty at her work, at her shift?
No, because she came home. She's like, I feel okay. Arm's a little sore, and then she went to bed. I went upstairs around like 1, 2 o'clock, and she's like, I feel like shit. I'm like, do you want something? Like her hips hurt, her shoulders hurt, like just ached.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she had a fever for a little bit.
Probably.
And, but she just chilled in bed all day, rested, and I'm pretty sure by the following day she was fine.
Perfect.
Or better. Didn't ache or...
And in a couple weeks, she'll equal my immunity.
The next day, I'm pretty sure she did the fucking garden. So it's like, okay, you're back to normal. Here we go.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so excited for our garden, though. We got Brussels sprouts, orange peppers, cucumbers, beets, tomatoes. I'm probably forgetting a bunch of other shit.
How does a Brussels sprout grow? Is it on a plant or is it a root? Is it a bush?
I think so.
And you pick it off?
Kind of, yeah. I think so.
That's what I was picturing.
Yeah.
But shit surprises me.
Totally wrong.
I don't know. Like,
I have no idea.
Pineapples are bushes. I thought they were trees.
I thought they were trees too.
Yeah, they're bushes.
They're bushes? Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
We're growing one right now.
What?
Yeah.
Antonia told me. Yeah,
My wife cut off the top of a pineapple and stuck it in some water for a couple weeks. It grew some roots. She planted it.
Fuck yeah.
And she just threw it outside now because the weather's really good.
Yeah, it's hot.
And she was in Hawaii 5 years ago. And she was like walking down the beach, and there was like this bush, like a regular bush that you've seen a million times in your life, and it had these miniature pineapples on it, and she thought it was fake,
just a fake tree,
just because she had no idea. And then like she went and looked, and like, no, that's how pineapples are grown. Obviously, fucking don't grow pineapples.
I thought they were kind of like coconuts.
That's what I assumed too. Which is just fucking hilarious. I don't know why. Like, it's funny how like. I'm sure if people are being honest, like most people probably didn't know that pineapples grew on bushes too, and I'm sure there's someone going, "You fucking idiots! How did you not know that?
How did you not know that? Come on, that's common knowledge."
It's fucking
fuck
not.
you, man. It is not.
Unless you're on TikTok or some shit, it might be common knowledge. But
have you seen that shit where like you cut the top off, where you like take off the big leafy part, and then you roll it and you put as much pressure as you can like on it while you're rolling it, and I think you like tap it after, and then you can literally pull out the cubes, like, because how it's like cubed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and apparently you can just like pull them off.
Fuck.
Yeah,
there's life hacks for everything.
Like, damn, I've been cutting this shit and trying to cut off the shit on it and everything. Meanwhile, I can just pull it right off.
What you really should do if you're gonna buy a pineapple is spend like the extra $1.50 at the grocery store
cord
and just buy the cord version.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Trust me.
You really should.
Then you just take the bottle of vodka and pour it in the plastic container.
Exactly. Turn it up another level. Fuck, that sounds like a pretty good garden. Ours is lacking this year.
Oh, and hot peppers.
Hot peppers.
What
do you got for hot peppers?
Couldn't tell you.
We
hot
got
peppers,
cayennes, jalapenos, and hot banana peppers this year.
Did you guys do banana peppers the last year?
This is our first year for banana peppers.
Okay. For everybody, disclaimer: these peppers that Chris grows are the hottest fucking thing I've ever had.
We grow great peppers in this household. I'll be honest. I'll pat myself on the back.
Yeah,
we haven't had a bad harvest ever. We often have way too many, so we end up like pickling them or giving most away.
They taste so good though.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have so much flavor. It's not just like, oh fuck, this is hot. Like,
yeah,
it's
like
hot.
I'm not sure where the natural environment for jalapenos, peppers in general, like where they best like originate from and where like their typical environment is, but they do really well in Ontario and like keep them shaded. Like,
yeah.
More shade, the better, it seems.
Really? Eh?
Yeah, that's my experience. Because when I was at the townhome, that little backyard I had barely got any sun.
I was going to say, it was the shade majority of the
First year I grew jalapeno peppers there, and they were coming out huge, perfect, and
tasty.
Again, too many that I could.
Yeah, I can't even keep up.
Well, once they start to harvest, you're pulling off like 4 or 5 a day.
And
that's for a good month.
Did you ever pickle the jalapenos?
Jalapenos never pickled. We pickled our habaneros last year.
Yeah.
All of our leftover habaneros either got turned into a pasta sauce that I looked up, which I think we've now since finished.
Nice.
And it turned out really nice. Or we pickled them like banana peppers.
Okay.
It's a process.
I want to do...
Also, for anyone who feels like doing peppers and stuff, get yourself a good pair of latex gloves. And because it just never comes off your hands.
Yeah, never touch your fucking eyes.
Well,
let me tell you, did it twice, back-to-back days.
Even if you wash them, like there was many times I was like,
washed them.
My hands, like I could get a little burn in my eye for a week after.
Really?
Yeah, it stays on that long.
Jesus,
especially with the habaneros.
So Antonia gave me a bag, and she goes, "Don't touch your eyes when you're cutting them." I'm like, idiot, I know.
Why the fuck would I do that?
Why would you tell me that shit? So I'm sitting there cutting them, putting them in my tacos. Itchy eye. Itch my eye. Started crying immediately. That shit is so hot. Next day, having leftover tacos. Cut them up, touch my eye again. Think this idiot would learn. Nope. Did it again.
Yeah.
And then last year at the cottage, it was like a game. Who could eat a pepper? And I fucking ate one and cried for like 40 minutes outside.
Was that the ones I brought?
Yeah.
Which one was it?
Chili, I think.
Like a red? Was it a red one?
It was red.
Yeah, so that's a cayenne.
Yeah. I ate that shit and I was standing outside.
It
looked like I was crying. Somebody came out and was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm having a really." I just and I'm like, I'm only joking. Like,
the cayenne's pretty high. It's like 100,000 Scovilles, I think.
Yeah.
A jalapeno is 5,000. So it's substantially hotter. But for it being that hot, and then like for comparison, a habanero is like 300,000 Scovilles.
How do they rate this shit?
I don't know how they come up with it, but that's just what I look at.
Yeah.
And to me, yeah, I would say habanero is at least 3 times hotter than a cayenne, and a cayenne is hot as fuck. And compared to a jalapeno might as well be a green pepper because.
Oh yeah.
But when we grew them, we haven't grown them in jalapenos in a number of years, so we're excited to get back to them.
Yeah.
When we were growing them, I mean, fresh is best, obviously. Yeah. When we were eating them right off the vine,
I find pickled sometimes are even hotter because they
can be
the juices.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah.
On nachos, I'm getting hungry.
Pickled jalapenos.
Yeah. Some pulled pork.
I don't think jalapenos generally pickle well.
Really?
Like I wouldn't hesitate to throw banana peppers, which are always pickled, on like a sandwich, on a burger.
Do that shit
sausage.
All the time on a sub?
Exactly.
Done.
Exactly. But like at a sub place, I was thinking like they have pickled jalapenos. I don't find that they taste that well on like a sandwich, on a burger, on all those things I listed. But to your point, on nachos and baked, that is pickled jalapenos sweet spot. That is where they live. That is where they ride and die.
Literally where they should only be eaten on nachos.
And if you're eating fresh jalapenos, just fucking eat them right off the pepper with something.
Yeah.
Soup is best. That's a Romanian trick that I learned.
Or just do
any soup. Eat a hot pepper with
poppers.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Good. I'm a fan.
And I'm coming up with good ideas. So I'm thanking you for this.
Chris is writing a list.
I'm excited, man. I
can't wait.
I love growing peppers.
Yeah.
It's a blast.
I love your peppers. I'm excited for ours. I don't know what kind they are though. She just said we got hot peppers. So sick.
Thanks for the heads up.
I can't wait. I'm going to eat the shit out of them, and I'm going to touch my eyes.
For sure you are. So anyway, we pickled our habaneros. So this goes to show you how hot fucking habaneros are. We pickled them last September.
Yeah.
We made like 4 or 5 jars. We have 4 or 5 jars. I should find more ways to use them. They're still good. Like I had just nacho knives. I had one. That's a good idea. But like
you got to cut them small and spread
they're
them
like
out.
They're brutal.
Really?
Like
they're that bad?
They're really hard. Like this is like this is our progression with peppers. So we start off with jalapenos.
Yeah.
Thought they were hot as fuck because they were fresh.
Yeah.
Also, like we were new to the pepper game. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they were fresh and they were hot, and we're like, this is great. Next year, let's step it up. So we're like, we'll go do cayennes. We didn't look up how hot cayenne peppers were. They were like 18 times hot, like whatever, 5,000, 50 times hotter.
Yeah.
Than a jalapeno. So then now jalapenos aren't hot, and cayennes they're probably my favorite pepper.
I think so.
Because they cook into everything. Even if you don't like heat, they balance out really well when you cook them.
Yep.
They're great fresh. Like they'll wake you up.
Yo,
right off the vine, I'll eat them all the time.
That shit will clear your nose.
It's great.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's the way to go. And then, so last year we couldn't get or year before, whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We couldn't get jalapenos one year, so we went cayennes and habaneros. I'm like, how hot could it be? Because cayennes, we know how hot, and habaneros, whatever, a couple times hotter. Habaneros, people might shit on me for this. I don't think they're that good as a pepper.
Okay.
Like a Scotch bonnet pepper has more flavor to me than a habanero. A habanero is like...
It's a Scotch bonnet. Is that hot?
It's like the same heat. It's
really?
Like in the same ballpark as a habanero.
Okay.
It's like it's you find it in more like in island dishes and stuff like that.
Okay. Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's like it's huge in the islands and stuff.
Okay.
It's a really nice flavor. But a habanero is like really sweet and almost like a sickly sweet where it kind of overpowers other shit. So even if like you throw it in a sauce or you like say throw it on a burger, it's in addition to how fucking hot it is, the flavor of it is just kind of, for me, it's like
not there.
Nah, it's
the Japanese whiskey we had. Yeah,
it's a blend. Yeah. It's a blend whiskey of a thing for me. Yeah, it's just a sicky sweet. But I tried one recently. That's how I know they're still good, because when I had COVID a month and a half, almost 2 months ago, and I lost my taste, I ate a habanero, and I got like a little bit of a burn on my tongue just where the habanero touched it before I started chewing it.
Yeah.
But I never actually got any flavor. I didn't really water up. Pretty weird.
Did it get hot?
My tongue got hot where it touched.
But that was it.
But like I think that's more of a chemical thing than a taste thing.
But that's what I mean. Like,
so I don't know, like, whether
is that the life hack, just get COVID and eat all the spicy shit?
Well, really, the life hack is get COVID and eat all the healthy shit, because if you don't like the way it tastes, and I did not do this, full disclaimer, I'm not like out there like, oh, what I did is I ate salads 24/7. No, I didn't do that, because I still really was like, every time I ate something, it was like with the intention,
maybe I'll get it back.
Today it's gonna taste. Yeah. Today it's gonna taste good.
Yeah.
Never
that's
did.
How you got to look at it.
Yeah, I live my life to that. I'm fat as fuck because I like the way things taste.
You're not even fucking fat. That's the worst part.
I'm a chunky monkey because
okay,
I like the way things taste far too much, and I don't balance out the compromise of healthiness to flavorfulness. I just go for whatever I feel like.
Oh man.
And so what I should have been doing, which my wife recommended, is she's like, perfect, just eat like tomatoes and fresh vegetables. I'm like, yeah okay.
Yeah, sure.
Fucking get right on that. Homemade pizza, burgers, nothing. Tasted like shit. Bacon.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I could have get me some of those, the M&M Yum Yums.
Tasty Burgers.
Tasty Burger? Is that what they're called?
They're called Tasty Burgers.
Oh, fuck. So good. Some Big Mac sauce, double patty, double cheese. Oh, fuck. Here we go.
What we will do, now that I've thought of it exactly at this very moment, listeners, when the peppers come into season,
are we doing a taste test?
We're going to taste test.
Yeah, yikes.
We will taste test. You'll bring in yours. I'll bring in mine.
Okay. I'll cry.
We'll both cry. We'll cry together. We'll hold each other's dicks. It'll be great.
Perfect.
So just to wrap up the pepper talk, but yeah, I'm excited.
Yo, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to talk to you about this Hell Mountain shit that I just saw the other day.
Okay.
And now I'm obsessed with it.
Okay, what is it?
So it's mountain biking. So, but
Okay.
it's like psychotic.
Okay.
So
I don't know how mountain biking could get any more psychotic than the shit they do already, but yeah.
Okay, so I was gonna ask you. I thought you were a good person to talk to about this because a lot of your close buddies and brothers and your brother growing up were like big into mountain biking.
Huge.
So you probably understand. So you're the perfect person for me to talk to because I'm not in the mountain biking.
Let's
game.
hear this.
So, just yeah, you're right. Mountain biking in general is
Like downhill mountain biking
is insane.
These people are ridiculous and have balls bigger than Pluto.
Balls of steel for sure.
It's fucked.
No question.
Have you
at
seen
all.
the shit where they're like out in like California and the tip of the mountain is like a tire and a half and they're fucking navigating down this shit?
I believe it.
It's fucked.
So I've started watching. I got shown a video yesterday and it was called Hell Mountain 2019.
Hell
Mountain.
Hell. HE double hockey sticks?
HE double hockey stick.
Okay.
It is La Deux Alpes.
Okay.
In France.
Okay.
They
Sounds intense.
literally start on the top of a mountain in the Alps in France. Glacier, snow covered, 25 kilometers down, 2,500 meters of elevation, which is approximately 7,000 feet.
Jesus. And
doing 110 kilometers an hour. So they go flying down. So there's two really good videos I'm going to recommend for people to watch. And it's going to spiral into where I was going with this. Because now I'm obsessed with mountain biking.
Chris is getting a mountain bike.
No. no, I'm not.
Good.
I'm just going to keep watching YouTube is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So type in Hell Mountain 1000th place to first. There's a guy who's pro mountain biker who wants to see if he can go from 1000th to first. And you see like 400 people pile up at the start of the race, sliding down a mountain.
Is this like the
on
fucking
snow.
cheese wheel race?
This is
like,
crazy.
They're all going down the hill at the same time. Holy fuck.
Yeah, and this isn't like a fucking like the cheese wheel race is like much more of like a circus show, right? Because you and I can roll up.
Like, just
these
like
are professional, best in the world mountain bikers.
All I mean is like they all start at the same time
Same
going
time.
down. It's not like a time attack where
no,
you just try to put in your best lap.
Yeah, no, he's
okay.
Here he goes. So he goes down and like they're literally racing on ice and snow at the start.
Yeah,
it transitions into like rockiness. Then you get into like the real trails and. Like these guys are doing 110 kilometers an hour, and then there's a literal U-turn, and they nail it right away. And when you watch the video, you realize that if they don't make that turn, they're going off of the mountain.
Yeah,
like it is.
Yeah, you're dead.
So I never really fucked too much with mountain biking before. Didn't really know much about it because I just know that like people that loved it, and new level of respect. That is the craziest. That might be the craziest sport thing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
And you can go do downhill mountain bike
anywhere.
Blue Mountain, Horseshoe, like all the ski resorts.
Yeah.
They do it.
Fuck that.
And it's insane. My brother fucking loves it. Paul loves it. Miles loves it.
And all three of those people have had horrific injuries doing that exact same thing. And that's on Blue Mountain, which is basically, it's not a mountain. It's just a hill. Like it's a steep hill.
Yeah. It's not like the shit out in BC.
It's not the shit in BC. It's not the shit in the Alps.
It's crazy. Yeah. That's amateur level.
Yeah. Like these motherfuckers are.
That's the kiddie hill. The kiddie hill.
Again, I'll probably we'll try and find a way to put a link into it. So there's two videos. There's the one where this guy, I guess he's a pro.
Yeah.
I got to look up more of them and maybe come back. But he wanted to see if he could go from the back of the pack to the front. He runs a crazy race, and because he's trying to like do the best he can,
takes riskier.
He does some shit where like you're gonna die, or like he's like maybe gonna fuck someone else over. And so he did the top to bottom in 46 minutes, and he blew out his tire about halfway through,
and just kept going.
And I think I'm gonna say because it didn't say in the video. I think he got within like the top 70.
Jesus.
And at one point, I think he was in the top. Easily the top 30, maybe top 20. That's how like much he caught up.
Holy shit.
And when you see it, you're like, oh, he must be in the top like 10 now. And you're like, no, there's still hundreds of people in front of him. And he's like
still going.
And these are like goat paths. Like you said.
Oh yeah.
When you said a tire width, like that's all you got.
Yeah.
And
if there's trees,
if you deviate,
just fits the bars.
There's trees too. Like
Yeah.
This is like all 3 levels of terrain. There's the snow, the ice, the rocks.
Pure rock.
Then they get into the valleys. They go through a town, and then they're like forest.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's
the
beyond.
Red Bull shit. Red Bull does some crazy stuff where, the ones I've seen, it's like they start in like a town. They go through the town, going down stair sets, going over fucking streets, over houses. Like they have the whole course set up. And
This town is probably like 3,000 meters.
Yeah, and then
like,
it goes
in the
into
middle
the
of the
woods,
mountains,
and like, dude, the shit these guys do with their bike is insane.
Yeah.
But I think that goes with like any sport. These guys that do it for
they're amazing.
12 hours a day, every day, are like, again, like watching a golfer be able to work the ball left to right, right to left, keep it low, keep it high, is insane.
Drop a perfect bunker shot down.
Yeah, like they fucking put backspin on the ball from 100 yards out. Like,
Yeah.
it's like it's clockwork for them. But for us, it's like, I don't know how the fuck to do that.
Yeah, as I get older, I appreciate like greatness in sport more.
100%.
Especially in this, like, because I always watched baseball. I always watched golf
Yeah.
and hockey and soccer.
Yeah.
And now as I watch them, like, but I would watch them more as like a young person, not more as a fan.
Yeah.
And now I'm still definitely like super tribal, but people I like and dislike and teams I like and dislike.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I'm finding myself being able to like appreciate the whole just amazingness of what some of these guys can do.
Yeah.
Is just off the charts.
It's wild.
For me.
Yeah. It's
and it
insane.
opens up the entire game because now everything is like, especially in baseball, like every pitch you can analyze. Like that one's just like the most recent example.
Yeah.
Like, every pitch you can analyze, everything, like there's so much within it.
Yeah.
And then same thing with
He had
soccer.
3
like every
fingers on the
in-
ball. He had
yeah.
1 finger on the ball. Like,
Wild shit. Yeah.
it's crazy.
Different scenarios, all that stuff. So like it just opens up the game and makes you enjoy it even more as a fan
Yeah.
for me.
I like the.
But now I'm excited to get way too deep into mountain biking.
Fuck.
And these are all GoPro videos,
Yeah.
obviously, and it's just
It's wild.
then I watch another one where in the French Alps these guys were mountain biking and this guy's following this one guy and then they go flying off the fucking trail because the one guy didn't realize that there was a 90-degree turn and off he went and 3 more guys came fucking crashing down behind him. They go flying off this trail.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was probably like a good like 30-foot drop, crashed through a tree which probably like slowed them down. Eat shit, and then there's 2 more that come down crashing down behind them.
God.
Yeah.
Fuck that, man. Yeah. I have no desire. My brother's always like, yo, come to Horseshoe. It's fun. It's fun. I'm like, I'll pass.
I'm watching this shit. I'm like,
dude, I hear stories. They're like, oh, I fucking ate shit. Went shoulder first into this rock pile. How's that fun? I'll pass. I'll meet you on the rink.
It looks like fun, but also watching these videos. So there's 2 really good perspectives, and I've seen the 2 on this Hell Mountain 2019. So the one is the one guy that's trying to get it. He blows out his tire, still finishes the race. I'm gonna say he gets in the top 70, but either way, he's top 100.
Yeah.
And then the other perspective is the guy that won the race.
Yeah.
So you see how fast he goes, and it's nice to see a guy actually finish the race with like a fully capable bike.
Yeah.
But like you see some of the fucking wipeouts that happen, and like there's no replays or anything like that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. And like some of them, like this one dude literally just all of a sudden did like 2 flips,
somersaulting,
lands
down
on
the
his
hill.
head, whatever, and then bounces up and jumps back on the bike and is tearing off. Like, I'm sure that's just adrenaline, but I'm sure once he started, he's like, oh, my neck, my shoulders, my neck's broken.
I'm seeing 17 people in front of me and there's nobody.
Yeah. I'm all alone out here.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane, this shit.
Yeah, man.
Total different world. And I knew people growing up and then like they were like spending thousands on bikes and stuff like that because it's like every hobby, sky's the limit on it.
Yeah.
But, wow.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You ready for the upcoming fights?
Which ones?
We got McGregor and Poirier 3.
Which one did they announce that? Because I'm only looking at 263 right now.
I think this one's not till June, but it's like the biggest one coming up that I know.
Okay,
that I've been
it might be July because 263 is in June.
Forgot to put my phone on airplane.
I'll check it out in a second when we have a minute.
I think it's June.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but then we also have Mayweather versus Logan Paul. That's
I'm not
coming
excited
up.
for that fight.
I do believe Thor, he either, like the Mountain, fought this past weekend or this coming weekend. And I want to watch that because this will be his second.
Doesn't he find like Eddie Hall or something like that?
Yeah, in September, October,
two
November,
bodybuilder,
like in the
like
fall.
Iron
Two
Man.
heavy men. What
did they? Weight
strongmen.
lifters? Strongmen. That's it.
Strongmen.
They're not bodybuilders.
They're like
strongmen. Yeah.
Last I saw, Eddie was 365, and I think Thor's around the same weight, 365 pounds. And Thor, when he was competing, weighed 440 pounds.
So he slimmed down to box.
Yeah, he looks jacked.
I don't know how that guy couldn't look any more jacked than he is.
Well, he kind of had a belly before, right? You have more like mass, like fat mass, belly, and shit like that.
Underneath that's that 88 pack.
Strong belly.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's fucking like his abs are bigger than our biceps.
So I'll be honest with you. I think I'm completely over these show fights.
I want to watch this. I think Eddie Hall is going to get. I hate to say this as soon as it is. I think it's gonna be like a Nate Robinson versus Jake Paul.
Stick around for Chris predicts because Chris is predicting Eddie Hall to win.
No, dude, no. I'm gonna have to interrupt this one. Just because he hasn't done any sparring. No sparring.
This was your rationale for the Nate Robinson Jake Paul fight.
Never sparred once. Hasn't sparred. He's still got time to get into a ring, get punched around. Only thing he's done right now is hit mitts and hit guys with like the pads.
Are these two strongmen doing their own show? They're not like piggybacking on like a Mayweather fight.
No, this is their own.
This
fucking
is their
thing.
own thing.
Somebody came at them and was like, "Hey, you guys want to box each other? You guys have a bit of a rival.
Sure.
You guys don't like each other. Do it.
Whatever."
Yeah.
Yeah, the last Jake Paul fight.
Oh, I hated.
Well, I'm just saying
I hated the whole production.
Yeah, and that whole thing really soured it. And then, so two things happened at the same time. So there was a Jake Paul fight, Ben Askren, and then literally a couple days later or a week later was one of the best UFC cards going.
Oh my!
Right,
and
so
that was fantastic.
Yeah, it was great. So I'm with Dana White on this. Dana White's like, that's not what we do. We put the best.
You're not a circus.
Exactly. But we put the best fights out there. So if you're a fight fan, which I consider myself, yeah, these whole things have really soured for it. The whole production thing really soured it. It's just not entertaining, really. Yeah. Like for me, it's just not entertaining.
I just want to see the outcome.
Yeah, like you'll tell me. Send me the YouTube clip, Like,
yeah, I will. I mean, trust me, I'll be texting you.
Yeah. Well, text me, and if there's a legal stream, I can watch.
I'll send it to you.
Maybe I'll tune in, but it's just like those cards are always filled with other non-fighters who don't fight. And I'm a fight fan. I like to watch fighters. I like to watch good boxing. I like to watch good hockey, good soccer. I like to watch the best of the best.
I agree.
And this shit is just.
I just find this kind of hilarious.
I mean,
at least he's boxing a boxer, like a professional boxer, where I can see the argument with Jake that he's never fought a professional fighter. He's fought athletes. He fought Ben Askren, not a boxer, not a striker. No. He's a wrestler.
Yeah.
That's what his UFC career was based on.
MMA career, yeah.
And so even then, yeah, he's a fighter, but he wasn't a striker. So now you have that. He also wasn't a boxer. Ben had to worry about fucking getting kicked in the head with a foot, a shin, a fucking knee, an elbow. He had to get worried about everything, getting taken down. Get in the ring with a boxer, see how you do. It doesn't even need to be a professional. I think amateur boxers would whoop the shit out of him.
Probably.
Both of them. I don't even think Logan needs to fight Mayweather. They are. They are both making a buttload of money. Like a stupid amount of money.
Never going to shit on people for making money.
No.
If you can do it, do it.
I do not blame them for taking the fight and doing what they're doing.
The best part about capitalism is you get to choose what you want to spend your money on.
True.
That's not for me.
I'm not spending my money on it either. But I will be watching.
You'll be following the live stream updates, right?
Yeah,
the blogs.
The updates, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm watching the highlights after.
Honestly, man, like, no. Yeah, I mean, they are circus shows, and they are interesting.
I just
as
didn't
like a freak
the
from the freak show aspect of it. But yeah,
I'm more into this the Mountain versus Eddie Hall, just because these are two ginormous men. They don't really know what they're doing.
It's gonna be
It's gonna be a bit of a.
How many rounds is that? Are you aware?
I haven't looked into it. My guess is probably 6.
Yeah, that might even be high.
I don't think it's gonna be 4. I think 4 is too little.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's got to be 6 to 8.
8 might be too long, especially for these guys. Like,
yeah,
they're big men.
That's why I'm saying
they're
6.
big men, and
their stamina is non-existent.
It's not going to be there.
Yeah,
it's not going to be there. Now, I'm sure their conditioning's off the charts.
Oh yeah, it's probably
but,
ridiculous. But
I mean,
still, when you're in a fight,
and now it's a real fight, everything
different.
changes.
Yeah, 100%.
Everything goes out the window. Fuck. I mean, you would think that if someone connected properly, someone's going to sleep in that fight.
You would think.
Off the top of my head.
You would think.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I don't have high hopes right now. I love Eddie. I've been following him for a long time. Same with Thor.
Yeah, you're a fan of these strongmen things.
Yeah, well, I got into like lifting heavy and
yeah.
shit like that. So like Brian Shaw, I fucking love that guy. I'd love to meet him. He's fucking ginormous.
I don't know any of these names.
Ginormous.
Yeah.
This man is 6'8", 440 pounds. Actually, I think he's lost weight. But
weight.
This man is a gigantic, and I'd love to meet him. Sounds like a great guy. Every person I see that has an interaction with him. Same with Thor and Eddie Hall, though. Everybody has nothing bad to say about them, except when you ask Eddie about Thor and Thor about.
Then
Eddie.
they talk some shit, but they're also trying to sell a fight.
But they also competed against each other too, and had some situations when competing.
Okay.
Like being called out for cheating and
who's cheating?
So Thor.
Tell me they're not calling each other out for steroids because they're both doing steroids.
No.
All right.
They both did steroids at some point. Come on. Let's be honest. Get that big.
That whole sport, they do steroids. And they don't pretend that they don't.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. As long as it wasn't that, I'd be like,
no, it was like they were doing like, so it was the year Eddie won. That was the only time he won. Thor's like, the whole thing was rigged.
Shut up.
And so like they were.
That's a sore loser.
The one event that Thor lost to Eddie, which made Eddie win. I've seen the videos of the behind the scenes stuff. They go through all the events like days before to be like, okay, this is how we're judging it. If you do this, it's not going to count. You need to do it like this for it to count.
It seems complete. So they explained to them the rules properly.
Yeah. So
and they were forewarned.
So they're going over this event, and the guy even called out Thor. Going. The one ref even called out Thor. He's like, I will be reffing you. I know you do this. That will not be allowed. I will give you one warning, and then after that, it's whatever. And even Thor, like in the behind the scenes video, goes, "Can I show you how I'll be doing it?"
And you tell me if it's okay or not.
And you tell me if that's okay. And apparently it was fine. Day of the event, you can hear the ref. That's a warning. That's a warning. Still counted the reps. And then he docked 2 or more. And then, yeah, that was a big shindig.
Here's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Thor's a sore loser.
I'm not denying that.
And I don't blame him because I know he wins like every year.
Nah, he hasn't won.
I thought he's won most years.
No.
He's won last year, didn't he?
Not last year, I don't think.
What?
I don't think so. I think some Ruski won it.
Okay. Well, he has won.
He has. I think he's won four times.
Okay, so that's a lot.
Yeah. But so is Brian Shaw.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's just like, it sounds like sour grapes, which is good because
pro
athletes, like, they want to win so bad. They're like, why didn't it go my way? Something must have happened other than my performance.
If Thor had won that event, he won that year.
Okay.
So
that's why it's really bugging him.
Yeah. But hey.
But I'm cool. But listen, I say sore loser. It's not a bad thing.
No.
I don't like. Show me someone who's
compassionate.
Show me someone who's good at losing. I'll show you someone who does it a lot. Like I hate losing. I'm a sore loser. And
I cannot stand to lose.
like my wife gets mad at me. She's like, "It's just a game." I'm like, "It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I didn't come to lose.
Yeah,
I came to have fun and win.
I can have fun, win and lose.
Yeah,
but I can't have I'm not gonna be like fucking gracious and like I'm also not an arrogant loser.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna be like I'm gonna be frustrated if I lose, even if we're just fucking playing cards, two of us.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. It's just how I am. I can't fix that.
I agree with you.
That's on me.
Yeah,
but I do appreciate I'm also a huge fan of sportsmanship.
Yeah,
always if someone beat you and they best you, good on you. Still gonna be pissed off.
They were the better team or the better player.
There's a difference between losing good and losing bad.
Yeah,
but also you don't have to be happy when you lose.
100%.
I think that's what people don't understand. Is oh, you're a sore loser. It's no, you're fucking frustrated. You don't want to.
100%.
But I'm sure he shook Eddie Hall's hand and said, "Fuck, congrats, man, you did great." I think so. Whatever, right?
I think so.
And now they're trying to sell a fight.
Yeah,
so
definitely trying to sell a fight. They're doing a good job, I think.
I looked up the McGregor. So they're in July.
July?
So June is 263, which Diaz and
Is that when that is? Who else is on that card?
The Diaz one? I was gonna actually pull it up for Chris Predicts. UFC 263 right here.
Do you want to get into your predictions?
We can move to that in a second.
Okay. You got something else?
I don't have anything else right now unless you do.
No?
UFC 263 is Israel Adesanya is fighting.
Okay.
There's 2 title fights. Leon Edwards and Nate Diaz are on that card as well.
Perfect. I'm excited for that.
And that's the second weekend of June. So the Poirier McGregor fight is a month later in July.
Now, when they do the UFC 260 whatever, is that one a month? Is that basically pretty much how they do it?
Yeah, that doesn't include their fight nights or their their extra things.
Yeah, okay.
If you
it's not every Saturday.
If there's a number beside it, that's their pay-per-view. That's their main
big one.
That's the big one. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So last month's that I watched was the Chandler one that was 262. The one before that with Usman 261.
Yeah. Okay.
So the next 2 are fucking amazing as well.
Yeah, they're gonna be fantastic. I'm excited.
They just keep getting better and better.
I think they went through a bit of a slump. I will be honest. But at the same time, I didn't pay attention to the fights for a while. So for me to say this is,
I'll ask you this because you've been watching more in the last couple of years. Do you find maybe the fights might not be as good, but do you find you appreciate it more because you're watching it?
I do appreciate it more, but I think I appreciate it. I shouldn't say I appreciate it more because I did appreciate it when I was younger and watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate
might not be the best word. I just mean understanding level, being able to recognize a good fight,
100%.
Even if it's on the ground. Whereas a casual,
100%,
super casual fan be like, "Oh, no one got knocked out. It's a shitty fight," but there's more nuances to it, right?
Yeah. No, So in that manner, yes, I do appreciate it more.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think there's you can't judge how it was 5 years ago compared to now. Even as short of a time period as that may seem, there's so much more talent.
Yeah.
Just over the last 5 years.
Yeah, everyone's getting better and better.
It's crazy. And you don't really see people holding belts for crazy long times because somebody's right there on their ass. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's...
So, I don't know. Again, I'm a super casual fan. Chris goes, there's fights this weekend. Are you watching? Yes.
I am now.
Thanks for letting me know.
Thanks for the heads up. All right, so Chris predicts.
Dun, 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 dun.
By the way, I wish I'm going to go back and get my full record because I think I'm fucking doing really good.
I think you are too.
I think I'm doing good.
Do you have your phone to look at our last week's?
I got it all right here.
Perfect. That's
why I pulled out the old fancy laptop.
I think, we're up double plus our money.
We were.
Oh.
But I've splashed the cash out on the last week's predictions. Okay, so after last week.
Yeah.
Let me go back.
Yeah.
So we had last week we were up to like $20 because that was the UFC weekend.
Right.
And then I bet all of the NHL series.
Right.
So that's 8 series.
First round.
So I forked out $8.
Yeah.
On the first round bet.
Yeah.
So 2 of those are settled.
They're already over?
2 are over already.
Holy shit.
The Colorado Avalanche won. Some of these I bet late, so the odds might not have been the greatest.
We're kind of fucked.
Example, Colorado Avalanche. I bet $1. We got $1.08 back. So we made 8 cents.
Perfect. Hell yeah.
Better than losing 8 cents, I guess.
Yeah.
Washington Capitals, they lost their series against the Boston Bruins.
No, fuck.
So we're down.
Fuck the Bruins.
We're net 8 cents right now.
Okay, perfect.
So we're still going.
We're going.
I would say by next week's episode, these series would pretty much be concluded. Can
I interrupt for a second?
Yeah,
is it going to be tough? Should we maybe try to schedule next week's podcast so that we're in line with the playoffs?
That's something you and I can figure out
okay?
after. Yeah, we can sort that out.
I'm just worried. Like, is there a chance that all the series will be done before we record the next?
Worst case is I could just do like a quick little recorded blurb.
Okay.
Be like, these are my predictions for the week.
Or we could just update it.
Or we could update it. Whatever.
Yeah, okay. No, I just want to make sure we're on top of the playoffs.
And I'll make sure I don't slack behind either, because for most people, most of my predictions are going to be like every week. There's not going to be like these 3 games are going to be your winners, unless you come at me with like some weird cricket or rugby shit, you know.
I think we still got another week before that shit's back.
Exactly. So as of now, I'm basically going to be just like predicting more like series bets, which will be settled in a week or 2. And I'll just be updating as we go along.
Perfect.
Along with the money. So right now we are at $11.55. We start off with $10. Most of that money is in unsettled bets.
Oh, so, yeah, I was a little worried when you said that for a second, but
if all fails,
you put $8.
If all fails, we're still up $1.55.
It was $1 a series, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. With varying odds. So the Colorado Avalanche, Washington Capitals are settled. I covered those. Brentford update.
Yeah.
I'll just let you know how their first leg went. So they had 2 legs. Winner of that goes on to the final. Winner of the final, 1 game, can get promoted to the Premier League. Brentford lost the first game 1-0. Second game they were losing 1-0. 1-3-2 advanced.
No way.
Crazy game.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was able to bet them to get promoted too.
Fuck yeah.
So that one's still outstanding.
Okay.
But looking good from the Brentford front. They're at least into the final.
Wow.
And Sunderland, who I predicted would not get promoted, lost their playoff round.
Perfect.
They're out.
Hell yeah.
Wasn't able to bet that one.
Damn it.
But still.
That's okay.
Mark it down for those scoring at home. Yeah. Chris is right again.
Yeah.
What's up?
Man is a wizard. I doubted him. Yeah, I think you doubted yourself.
I did.
And it's actually turned out to be pretty fucking good.
Exactly. So I think next week's episode I'll probably have UFC. That's basically it. Brentford's there, Sunderland's out, so that's a conclusion of that bet. Next week there's going to be the Champions League final.
Yep.
Which will be resolved. The probably more playoff series will be resolved. And at the very least, there'll be some matchups that I can predict, and there's going to be a lot of UFC coming your way. And if you have the dates for the Mayweather fight, I can predict that one if you want.
I think it's in like mid to
or like
late
the Eddie
June.
Hall, like any of these like dummy fights, and you want, like I can predict those too.
Hell yeah.
So
the Eddie Hall one's not for a while. So
a quick Chris predicts. An update on how some of my other predictions are doing. I predicted Winnipeg would beat Edmonton. They're winning 3-0 in that series.
Shit.
Leafs are going to win in 5, which I said at the very start.
It's 1-1.
It's 1-1.
Next game's
They're
tonight.
playing tonight.
Holy
and tomorrow.
shit! Let's go Leafs.
I took Carolina, who's tied right now with the Predators. Predators won the last 2 games in double overtime.
Wow.
Talk about a close series.
Double OT.
Yeah. I've got
so they're close fucking games.
Close games. I took the Golden Knights. They're up 3-1 in their series.
Nice.
I took the Penguins. They're tied with the Islanders. I think they were up 2-1. I took Tampa. They're leading 3-1. So I think there's really only, I guess there's 3 series that are up for auction. I don't think the Leafs are going to lose. The Predators Hurricanes one is totally in the balance now.
Yo, yeah, that one is nuts.
Yeah.
Both games double OT.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And Nashville won them both. They were down 2-0 in that series.
Wow. Good.
Like
wow.
that's
good for them, I guess. I mean, but fuck.
Crazy shit. So my one bet for tonight is it's a risky one.
Okay.
It's $1.
Okay. Fuck.
Stay with me.
Big money. Fuck.
The first goal scorer of tonight's Leafs Montreal game is Austin Matthews. Out of any goal scorer in the game.
What are the odds for that?
8-1.
Oh, let's go. Let's go, baby. Crypto's down bad. I need it.
I will lock in that bet.
I'm not worried for those people. I got diamond hands.
That bet is placed. And there we go. So our current balance. And again, a lot of unresolved things right now. Next week could still be where it is or could be up quite a bit.
We could be down.
Oh, no, we can't get any lower right now.
Just joking.
Hopefully. Also, next month is going to be pretty exciting because the Euros are starting for the soccer.
Yeah.
European Championship. So there's going to be a ton of shit I'm going to be predicting on that.
When's baseball start?
Baseball's happening right now, but baseball's every fucking day. And to be honest with you, it's exhausting to bet. So I don't even want to.
You can't do series?
Can
you do a series? Like
I might.
They'll win their series?
I can check, but I was
just curious. I don't know how it works.
They really want you to bet the individual games.
No, that's kind of gay.
Yeah. Like,
I'm not a fan of that. When it comes to baseball.
Yeah, baseball's like the outrights I have options are on baseball is who's going to win the American League, isn't like who's going to play in the World Series, shit like that. Okay. So
fuck that.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Too many games.
Too many.
How many games do they play? Like 100?
162.
I was going to say 120.
Yeah, not even a little bit of games. So my one prediction this week is Austin Matthews is the first goal scorer of Game 3, Leafs at the Montreal Canadiens.
And that is Monday.
Tonight, Monday, May 24th.
May 24th. Okay.
This episode's coming out on the 26th. So you heard it here first.
Yeah.
After the fact.
After the fact.
You heard it here first after the fact.
2 days after.
So either you're sitting there watching this going, wow, is he a wizard? The answer is still yes.
Yeah.
Or is he an idiot? Answer also yes.
Yeah. So I'm going wizard. I'm going to have to...
I'm feeling more wizardry as time goes on.
Yeah. Fuck, he's getting too confident, people. Fuck yeah, dude.
So our current balance is $10.55 now. So we're still up.
We're still up. I'm not. And I think we're going to be we're still going to be in the positives.
Yeah, that's all the bets out.
Yeah.
All the bets are out. So, yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm thinking we're going to be like $30, $40 up this time next month. Next prediction.
Well, I think we're going to, after tonight, I think we're going to be up at $8.
$10, $12. I don't know. Who knows?
It's going to be fantastic.
Brentford, I got it like 3-1 to go through.
Jesus.
So we'll see.
Nice.
I say they're the favorite. They're playing Swansea, I think, next weekend. So that one will probably be settled by next week, too.
Perfect.
Money making time.
Let's go, baby. Crypto ain't doing it for me. All right.
Buy the dip. Fuck it.
Yeah, buy the dip.
Thanks, everyone.
We're not the fuck's the Jesus money people, investors.
No,
do not listen to us.
No, this is
but
not
buy the dip. Spend your entire life savings, put a mortgage on your house, and buy the dip. Okay. Check us out. Facebook, 2 Season of Pod. YouTube, 2 Season of Pod. Mail.2seasonofpod@gmail.com. And guys,
this week's bottle was Glenlivet.
If you don't know if you like scotch or not, I would highly recommend trying this bottle.
I think you do.
And yeah, welcome to our new whiskey reviews. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, man.
We're out. Deuces.
See ya.